This is an introduction to Google Drawing, which is one of your Google apps that you have connected to your school account. Now, there are a couple of ways you can get to Google Drawing. The first way is from within any Google Doc or Google Slides. You can go to Insert and choose Drawing, and you will end up with the Google Drawing canvas with a limited number of tools that you have here. Any drawings that you make here are tied to the Google Doc itself. So what I like to do is make the drawings themselves so that they can be used in different places. And so from your Google Drive, if you click on New and go down to More, you will see Google Drawings, and it will open up a new tab for you with a blank canvas. Now, there's a couple of things you can do here. You can import images that exist already into this canvas, and you can manipulate them, or you can create your own unique images using the shapes tools and the text boxes. So I'll show you some of those there. There are some different ways to get images onto the canvas. Under Insert, you will see Image, and then you will be able to put an image in a few ways. You can upload from your computer. You can search your Google Drive for images that you have stored there, or you can search the internet for that. So searching your Google Drive for image will allow you to choose those and get those added in. You can also use the research tool. Under Tools, choose Research, and you have a full Google search here that opens up on the right side. So you can click Images, and you can do a full search for anything that you need over there and be able to pull those there. The research tool also allow you to filter your images by usage rights, so images that have permission built in for you to use them and share them, which is something we want to make sure when we're using things that are going to be republished or shared with others. So by clicking the little arrow that drops down, you'll be able to see that filter, and you can choose free to use, share, or modify. And it'll show you some different images that you can use. This is going to bring you a lot of images back from Wikipedia. Any photo or map or chart that is part of Wikipedia has permissions built in that allow you to use them without permission. So it ends up being a great source for you of those things. Now, when you have an image, you want to do things with them. One of the things that we want to be able to do is add some text to them. So I'm going to stretch my picture out here. Use the corners to stretch it out so you don't end up changing the way your picture looks. And notice as I move it around, I have these lines, these red lines that are up there showing me when the image is centered vertically and horizontally on the canvas. So to add text, you want the text box tool, which is here in the menu bar. So you click that and your cursor changes to a plus sign, and you draw your text box on the canvas. And then you have a cursor that you can then control what you type there. And you will also be able, once you have done your typing, to format your text, either by highlighting it, or if you can click on the edge of the box, you can do anything you want with the text. Change the font and the size, bold, color. You can center the text as well. Now I can drag this around and have that centered with the image as well. And now I have a caption for the photo that I've created. And when I save this, the caption and the photo will be saved together, and I can put it into another document. Also, I can put the text box onto the picture as well, so that is very helpful. One of the things you want to be sure that you do is if you intend to use this image in a document or something else, you're going to have all this empty white space around it. So once you have everything where you want it, even if you're using the centering tool, it's important to get everything kind of tucked up to the top left and get rid of everything else. So what I always do is highlight over everything. You drag a box, or you can do Edit, Select All, and everything moved up into the top left corner. And when you use the Select All, everything is moved together. You can then resize the canvas by pulling on the arrow down here at the bottom. So if you see the way they have these lines in the corner, that allows you to change the canvas to match the size of the image, so that when you use it, you have exactly the size of the image and no empty white space around it for what you're trying to do. There are lots of uses for that. In addition, you could put in a map to be annotated and labeled. You can label diagrams. You could put in some graph paper and make graphs on this as well, using the different drawing tools and shapes that are in there. You're also able to use Google Drawing to create unique images and logos. So if you had an idea for what you want to do for logo and you were collecting images, you would be able to do those things by finding those images and then putting them together. And Google Drawing will put it as one big image for you. So if you had a logo that you were interested in putting in there, so we have the Spartan head, and then I want to add an image of some books to go along with it to create a logo for the library's website. I have both of those images, and now the books have gone on top of the Spartan head, which is not what I want. So we fixed that under Arrange here in the menu. We got Order, so with the books selected, we want to send the books to the back. So you choose Send to the back, and now that goes behind the image of the books of the Spartan head. So now I have that, and I can make the Spartan head logo how I want. I can add a text box here and change my font here, my size and color and center, and now I have a nice little logo. So if I do my select all, move everything up into the top left corner, and then resize my canvas, I have just created a logo out of 2 images and a text box that I can then download and use somewhere else. Now, you can send these drawings stay in your Google Drive, and you can file them like anything else. Once they're in your Google Drive, you can download them as images, so as a PDF you can download, or you can download them as JPEGs or PNGs, and those would be images that you could then use on a website somewhere. You download them and then you upload them to the website as an avatar or a logo or a banner for a website. So you can use this to create everything that you would need to make those. Other ideas for this would be to create an assignment to use in Google Docs. So if we wanted to have students annotate a map of North America, we can create a new Google drawing, and we would call it North America Map. And then using our research tool, we can find map of North America blank, and make sure that would be an image search. So we can drag our image of North America over, and stretch that one out a little bit. So then you have that, and then with a text box you can add the directions. So using text boxes, and under more I have bullets. Label 2 oceans, label 3 countries, using the scroll tool, draw 3 rivers. So you would have this here. Then you can go over into your Google Classroom and create an assignment that includes the Google drawing. So instead of doing a Google Doc or a Google slide that you would put in there, that assignment would include the Google drawing, and then when the students launched it, they would have that, and they would be able in Google Drawing to do the directions that you said for them. So they could be labeling the skeletal system, or they could be labeling parts of the water cycle. So there's lots of options in other disciplines for this besides just language arts. So it's easy to use in social studies and science and math. There are lots of other ways to use this. Always a good idea just to search Google for ideas on how to use Google Drawing in whatever class it is you're trying to teach, and there's tons of ideas out there that other teachers have done for you, and so you are free to use some of their things or to create those things on your own. So this is just a brief introduction to showing you how this can work for you in your classroom.